Have you ever opened your mailbox, seen an IRS envelope, and immediately thought, oh no, what now? If this is you, this video is for you. One of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make is assuming every letter and every notice means they're in serious trouble. The reality is, some notices are just informational and some require action. Some just simply need clarification. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to read an IRS notice without panicking so you understand what's happening and that way you can make an informed decision about your next step. First, let's talk about what not to do. Don't ignore it. We're going to start there. Don't ignore it. Don't throw it in a drawer. Don't assume it's wrong. And definitely do not allow fear to convince you to avoid dealing with it altogether. The IRS works on deadlines. Ignoring a notice means it doesn't go away, it won't make it disappear. It usually means the situation is going to get more expensive and more difficult to resolve later. But the good news, reading the notice correctly can often reduce a lot of fear. I want to find 5 things immediately when you see the notice. This will let you know what's going on, what that notice is, what it's for, what it's about, and all that. So when you receive the notice, look at these 5 things first. Number 1, the notice number. Usually it's located in the top right corner. Some examples would be a CP14, a CP501, a CP503, a CP504, an LTE11. This number tells you what stage you're in the process. The next thing to look for is the tax year. Make sure you know which tax year the notice is referencing. Many people panic over a notice only to discover it's related to a return that was filed years ago. Third thing you need to make sure you notice is the response deadline. Once you locate that, circle it. Put it on your calendar. Missing deadlines can limit your options, and it's important to know how much time you have to respond to that notice. The next thing to look for is the amount owed, if any. Look for tax, look for penalties, look for interest. Understanding this will help break down and let you determine what's actually driving that balance if you do have one. The next thing is the IRS action that's requested. Ask yourself, what exactly is the IRS asking me to do? Some common requests would be to pay a balance. Some would be to provide information. Sometimes they just need you to verify your income. Sometimes they want to let you know that we've made changes, meaning them, the IRS, and they want you to respond to those proposed changes, saying either I agree or I don't agree, and here's why. File missing returns is another reason that we'll have a notice that you would need to respond to, and not all notices mean collections. So this is where many people get unnecessarily stressed when some notices are just simply informational. Some requests are for clarification, some are for balance due notices, just letting you know, hey, you have a balance due, and then you'll get an annual reminder of that as well if that debt continues to go on without a zero balance. Some indicate the IRS may begin collection actions. The notice itself usually tells you exactly why it was sent, so don't assume the worst before reading the entire letter. Some red flags that require action that's a little bit more imminent. While not every notice is an emergency, there are certain situations where you should move quickly. They include a final notice, if you see that on the letter, levy notices, wage garnishment notices. Most people really respond to those. Bank levy notices, notices involving multiple years of unfiled tax returns. So that means you're out of compliance and they need you to get into compliance before they can even find a solution for you, before they'll even want to talk about what a solution will look like for you. Large tax balances. Anytime you receive a notice with a large tax balance, you definitely want to take that seriously. Any of these apply. For the sooner that you respond, the sooner you understand your options and the more flexibility that you're able to have, that's going to play key on what resolution options are for you. Okay, somebody may say, well, what if I can't pay? This is probably the biggest fear people have, and it's okay. Many taxpayers believe that if they can't pay the full balance immediately, that they have no options, and that's simply just not the case. Depending on your circumstances, there may be several resolution paths available. The key is understanding your situation before making decisions and not out of fear. The IRS generally wants communication more than silence, just as anybody else would. The biggest mistake I see, though, it isn't owing money. The biggest mistake is waiting too long to address it, too long to even open a letter. I've seen situations where a manageable tax issue became something that was significantly more complicated than it needed to be because someone was so overwhelmed, so embarrassed, and so afraid to just simply ask a question or even reach out for help. Information creates options. Avoidance usually reduces those options and creates more stress than it's needed. If you're currently dealing with IRS debt and you're wondering what your next steps look like, I've created a guide, and this guide is going to be able to walk you through what those steps can look like and then tell you exactly what to do. It's my ebook, and it's called How to Break Free from Tax Debt Without Going Broke. In this ebook, it's going to walk you through common tax debt situations, potential resolution paths, and the practical steps many taxpayers overlook when trying to get back on track. You can grab yours using the link below. And if you're looking at the IRS notice and you're wondering what it means for your specific situation, you don't have to figure it out alone or by yourself. You can schedule a tax discovery call using the link below. We'll walk through what's happening, discuss your possible next steps, and help you gain clarity around what your options are. No pressure, no judgment, just information and a path forward. Remember, an IRS notice is information. It's not your identity, it's not a measure of your success, and it's certainly not a reason to panic. Read it carefully. Understand what the IRS is asking, respond appropriately, and most importantly, don't let fear make the decisions for you. So if this video was helpful, subscribe for more practical tax relief strategies and IRS insights. And as always, we're here to provide solutions beyond tax.